Hey class, welcome to our Java programming tutorial part 4. In this video, I will teach you how to construct a nested conditional statements in our program. Okay, so pag-aralan natin at alamin kung ano nga ba ang nested conditional statements. And at the end of this video, you will create a vote eligibility checker challenge. So again, isusulat niyo dun kasama sa topic na to, dun sa notebook na ipoprovide natin for IT 121. Okay, so let's start. Ano nga ba ang nested conditional statement? Si conditional statement class is para lang siyang if-else statement na meron din if-else statement na nasa loob. Okay? So, so nested conditional statement allows you to make a complex decisions by checking other conditions inside of a condition. So, nested nga eh, nest. Alright, so meron tayong tatawagin, kapag ka meron tayong nested if-else statement, yung outer niya is tinatawag yung outer if-else statement. And then yung nasa loob niya is tatawaging inner if-else statement. Okay, so let's proceed to our syntax. Nested if-else statement syntax. So, ganito siya. If condition din, and then meron tayong else statement dito. And then sa loob ng ating if statement, meron na naman siyang condition na kailangan niyang i-check before niya i-execute yung mga instructions na nasa loob ng if-else statement or inner if-else statement. Okay, so kapag ka false yung nandito, yung sa condition na 'to, yung result ng condition na 'yan, is yung program natin, yung ipe-perform niyang instructions is yung else statement natin. If true naman yung condition na nandito, ipe-perform niya yung nasa loob diyan 'no, ni if statement, which is checking na naman ng another condition. Okay, so proceed tayo sa ating example. Our example here, we have Boolean data type of data, and student is the identifier na na-assign siya as true, and then if is student na explain ko na to class na hindi natin kailangan gumawa or maglagay ng mga relational operator if yung evaluate natin na variable is yung value niya is walang iba kundi Boolean type of data. Okay? So, dahil si student is a Boolean type of data, hindi na natin kailangan gumawa or maglagay ng mga relational operators. Alright? So, dito sa if statement natin, tinatanong lang yan kung is student siya. Kung estudyante, ipe-perform niya yung pag-check ng kung meron ba siyang uniform at meron ba siyang ID. Kung meron siyang uniform and meron siyang ID, you can enter the campus. Else, kung false ang nandito, ang ipe-perform niya is you can't enter the campus. And dito sa ating outer part of if-else statement, kung hindi to true, kung hindi true ang result nito, si else statement yung ipe-perform ng ating computer. So, magdi-display doon yung message na you can't enter the campus. Okay, so proceed tayo dun sa ating NetBeans para makita niyo yung practical example. So, nauna magde-declare tayo ng Boolean type of data. So, initialize natin yun as true. And then, let's evaluate the is student. Pag in-evaluate natin si student, if it is true, yung gagawin niya is, meron na naman tayong Boolean type of data, which is holding the has uniform and Boolean has ID. I-false ko muna yan. Let's make this false. So, then, i-evaluate natin. If has uniform and has ID, ilalabas niya yung can enter the campus. Kung wala naman siyang ID, si else yung ipe-perform ng ating computer. So, you can enter. Alright, class. So, here sa ating if, pwedeng ganito class ha, ayan, no? If statement, meron din siyang if-else statement. Alright? So, depende nga sa program na gagawin kung ano yung mga requirements na kailangan. Kung sinabi naman na yung program naman is i-check lang kung estudyante ba, kapag ka estudyante, ipe-perform lang ito. And then, kung hindi siya estudyante, walang gagawin. No? Kapag sinabi na walang gagawin kung hindi siya estudyante, so wag yung lagyan ng else. Kasi sinabing wag sinabi yung sinabi sa instructions na walang gagawin, di ba? So if statement lang yung gagawin natin. Pero kapag ka sinabi na magpapalabas ng message na you can't enter the campus kung hindi ka estudyante, so magawa tayo ng else statement. And then the same lang din here sa dito sa else. Yan. Okay? So let's run the code. Hmm. So, yung lumabas sa terminal is you can't enter the campus. Dahil si Paul yan, yung has uniform is true and then si has ID is false. Okay? So, sa last video natin, diniscuss ko na if and operator yung ginagamit natin, dapat lahat ng mga operands or expressions are true. No, yung mga value nila dapat true. Okay? So dahil dito may isang false, ito yung piniperform. So let's make this true. So both are true, right? Okay, so let's run the program. And yung lumabas na is you can enter the campus. So makakapasok ka na dahil meron ka ng uniform, meron ka ng ID. Okay? So, class, in-explain ko na din na kapag ka ganito, has uniform, no, bakit walang greater than or equal to true, ganyan, di ba? Bakit hindi ko na nilagay na ganito? Kasi hindi na kailangan class dahil naka-specify na dito sa ating initialization or sa pag-declare ng ating variable na si has uniform is meron na siyang value na true or false, di ba? Okay? So, hindi na natin kailangan lagyan pa ng equal to true. Alright, so para siyang um, pinasimple, no? Pinasimple kapag ka yung variable natin na ini-evaluate is meron siyang value na either true or false already. Okay, so ganun. Unless kung hindi boolean yung ginamit natin dito, halimbawa if has uniform, and then ganyan, true. Okay, so dito nag-i-error na siya kasi hindi na siya boolean. So, if dito, kailangan na siyang lagyan ng that equals, ganyan, and then true. String na true. Ayan. Okay? So, let's try this code if this is working na. Ayan. It is working pa din. Diba? You can enter the campus pa din. No? Kahit pinalitan na natin ng boolean, yung boolean ng string, tapos yung value na is string pa din. Okay? Or else dito, kung hindi natin siya ni-string, hindi natin yan i-string, mag-error yan. Kasi yung ganitong structure ng true, yung hindi siya naka-enclose sa double quote, that is a Boolean type of data. Yan yung magiging value ng Boolean type of data. Okay? So, yan yung kailangan nating tandaan. So, if ganyan yung structure ng coding nyo, walang mali. Diba? Pwede nga, lagyan nyo dito ng yes. Ganito. Yes din. Alright? So, the same din si has ID. Ganyan. Has ID. Yan. Then dito, ayan, nag-error siya kasi nga hindi na siya, yung value nito ng has ID is hindi na siya Boolean type of data. So, nagiging bad operand type siya for AND operator. Kasi nga, hindi na siya Boolean type of data. And then, ilalagay lang natin dyan ng dot equals. Gamitan na natin yan ng dot equals and then yes. So, yan. Yan, mag-work na siya. Yan, you can enter the campus. So, kung gagawin natin ito ng no, you can't enter the campus. Kasi dito sa condition, if yung has unifor value ba daw niya is equal to yes, and yung has end, yung has ID equals to yes also, saka lang lalabas sa terminal yung you can enter the campus. Else, like this one, na ginawa kong no, yung nag-execute is yung else block. Okay? Na magpapadisplay ng message na you can enter the campus. Okay? So, let's make this here, si student, gagawin natin na false yan. Alright? So, run the code. Yung lumabas is you can't enter the campus. Kasi dito sa ating outer na if else, meron tayong else dito na magpapadisplay ng you can't enter the campus kung yung si student is false. Okay? So, ganito lang class yung pagkukombine ng mga logical operators, ng mga Boolean variable, ng mga conditional statements. Okay? At saka yung print natin. Alright? So, mamaya-maya is gagawin ko pang ano yan with scanner. Okay? So, here kung class, again, aalisin natin yung else. Sabi ko nga kanina, di ba, pwedeng ganyan. So, anong mangyayari? Naka-false na yung student natin. Walang lumabas. Kasi wala naman tayong ipi-perform after checking if si student is a student. Di ba? Kung true, meron na yung magpi-perform. Kasi nagiging true to yung if statement. Tapos ipi-perform niya to. Yan. You can't enter the campus. Okay? So, lalagyan natin ng else. It is recommended to add else statement. Okay? So, yun. So, again, class, pwedeng kanina, yung structure kanina na Boolean yung ginamit natin and then true or false. And then, pwede rin ganito. Okay? So, let's utilize scanner class. Gawa tayo ng object na scanner. Ayan. And then, dito, si user na yung magpo-provide ng value nito. Okay? So, maglalagay tayo or magpapalabas tayo ng prompt message na saying or asking, are you a student? Ayan. Are you a student? True. Are you a student? True or false? Ayan. And then dito, scanner. So, again, ito yung object na scanner is gagamitin natin para magamit natin yung mga methods niya. Like asking input na Boolean. Bakit Boolean? Kasi Boolean yung tatanggap sa kanya na variable. Yung type of data niya is Boolean. Tapos next Boolean yung gagamitin natin to scan the input, no, from the user. So, ganyan. And, okay, so run the program. So, ayan. Are you a student? True or false? So, ilalagay ko true, you can't enter the campus. Kasi nga, bakit siya you can't enter the campus? Hmm. If student here, nag-execute sa kanya is ganito, you can't enter the campus kasi si has ID is yes, pero si uniform, wala siyang uniform dahil no ang nakalagay dito, right? So, yung nag-perform dito is yung inner else statement, no? You can't enter the campus. Alright? So, yung input natin class is working, no? And let's try to make it false for this, no? I-false natin to. False. So, yung lumabas, you can't enter the campus pa din dahil dito. So, alisin ko to para hindi tayo malito. You can't enter lang. Okay, so, or um, enroll first. Ganun. Enroll first to enter. Ganyan. I-change natin yung, ano niya, yung response. Okay, so, run the code. Are you a student, true or false? Ilagay natin false. So, lumabas yung enroll first to enter. Meaning, dito sa if statement na to, hindi siya nag-execute dahil nga false yung provide natin na value dito sa ating is student na identifier. Okay, so, ito yung um, pini-perform ng ating computer. Okay, so, again, this two variable here, si user yung ipapa-enter natin dyan or ipapa-provide ng ano, input. Do you have a uniform? Do you have a school ID? Tapos dito, dahil scanner na, tatawagin natin yung object ni scanner, dapat gagamitin natin yung next line. Kasi nga, string na yung tatanggapin natin. Hmm. Okay, so, run the program. Class ha, yung unang-una sa code natin is dito sa loob ng ating main method. Main method to again dahil merong string args, ganyan. Okay, so, si scanner, gumawa tayo ng object ni scanner para magamit natin siya to ask input from the user or to scan input from the user. And then in line 10, nagpapalabas tayo ng prompt message. And then sa line 11 is i-scan natin yung input na galing kay user. And then tapos i-store natin sa is student na identifier na may boolean type of data. And then in line 13, ini-evaluate natin si student kung ano ang value niya, false ba or true. Kung true, ipi-perform niya yung if statement, which is, again, asking for the user if meron siyang uniform and meron ba siyang ID. And then, kung meron siyang ID, no, naka-yes yan, and meron siyang uniform, ilalabas na yung you can enter the campus. Else, kung wala siyang uniform, wala siyang ID, you can't enter the campus. Okay, so let's run the program. So this time class, si user na yung magpo-provide ng input for has uniform and has ID. Okay? So here, are you a student, true or false? So ilalagay ko muna na true. Alright, so enter. So as you can see here, sa terminal natin, lumabas yung prompt message ng ating uniform and as well as yung prompt message ng ating para sa school ID, no? So, dapat hihinto yung program natin dito sa do you have a uniform, yes or no? So, dapat hindi muna niya ilalabas yung prompt message na para sa ID. Kasi nga, hihingi muna siya ng input from the user para sa uniform. Okay, so yung nangyari sa program natin, yung current na code na to, is inilabas niya pati, no, diniretso niyang ilabas sa terminal yung prompt message ni School ID. Okay, class? So, pagka ganito yung nangyari, class, i-check natin yung mga type of data na nandun sa ating mga scanner. Okay? So, simple lang yan. Madali lang yan i-fix. I-identify lang natin yung mga type of data na ginagamit natin dito sa ating scanner. Like here, sa unang input natin, ang hiningi natin is a Boolean type of data. Diba? So here, dito sa line 15, ang hiningi natin is a string type of data. So ang nangyayari dyan, si scanner kasi, ganito yung usually na nangyayari kapag hindi magkaparehas yung mga hinihingi nating type of data, no? So, ang gagawin lang natin class is mag-a-add lang tayo ng another line of code. Tatawagin natin sys object na scanner and then ipi-prepare lang natin siya, no, na yung kasunod niyang tatanggapin is a string type of data. Kasi yung hihingiin niya is a string type of data. So, after asking a Boolean type of data, i-prepare natin si scanner object na yung hihingiin niyang kasunod is a string type of data. So, yung line na to class will fix the problem, no, na na-encounter natin ngayon. Okay, so let's run the program. So, are you a student? True or false? Ilalagay ko true. Yan, no? So, ito yung sinabi ko kanina na dapat hihingi mo na siya ng input galing kay user. Okay, so do you have a uniform? Yes or no? Yes. Do you have a school ID? Yes. So, yung lumabas is you can enter the campus. Okay? Yung if statement, ito yung piniperform niya dahil lahat ng ating pinoprovide na input is yes. So next, gagawin natin true yung a student. Tapos, si uniform is gagawin natin no. And then, si school ID is gagawin natin yes. You can't enter the campus. Ito yung piniperform ng computer. So again, i-run natin. True again. And then lahat gagawin natin no. No. So you can't enter the campus. Run the code again and dito sa area student, gagawin natin false. So yung lumabas, enroll first to enter. Okay, so ito na yung piniperform niya, yung outer else statement. Okay, so that's it class for the demonstration of constructing a nested conditional statement. So, conditional statement din siya na mayroon din siyang conditions na nasa loob. Okay? So, again, pwedeng meron ding another if-else dito, no? Pwedeng ganon. Depende nga, sabi ko nga, depende sa ating mga program requirements. Alright? So, I guess that's all class and let's proceed to our next presentation, which is our challenge. So here's our challenge for this topic. We have vote eligibility check program challenge. Create a program that determines a user's voting eligibility based on their age. So, follow these guidelines. Unang-una, hihingi tayo ng input from the user para sa kanilang edad. Okay? So, prompt the user to enter their age. And then next, yung gagawin is i-evaluate natin si age based on their age. Okay? So, if the age daw is greater than 30, display a message you are eligible to vote only in barangay elections. If the age is between 18 and 30, display you are eligible to vote in both SK elections and barangay elections. And if the age is less than 18, display a message you are not eligible to vote in any elections. Okay, class, so utilize nested conditional statements for this challenge. Alright, so again, isusulat niyo dun sa notebook and during sa ating class, saka na natin yan i-check. And then kasama na yun din yun yung mga questions or any questions you have in your mind about this topic. Alright, so that's all for this um, tutorial and see you on the next video.